Hello and welcome back to ESA Cup Season 7. Today we have the 1-to-1 matches in the Swiss stage ready to watch for our viewing pleasure. And I'm joined by...
Yeah, I'm hyped up. I hope you can hear everything. No, just keep talking, bro. I have that bad of an internet that I probably thought that my web cracked again. But yeah, I'm all hyped up. 3 big matches. As you mentioned, all of the games are best of ones. We have LDL versus AGM, the British duel. We have Flawless 7 against Ghost Army. No, wait. Is it right?
Close.
No.
Close.
Mafia Squad. It's the Mafia Squad.
Yeah.
That's like that, yeah. F7 against Mafia Squad, and we have E-Wave against Minions. And let's be fair on this one. All 3 of the games are absolutely banger matches, in my opinion.
Well, I can completely agree with you. There is a lot of these sort of players in their respective teams that are quite formidable, and these teams are already where they're at in the Swiss stage. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at the Swiss stage standings so you can see the best of 3 games that are going to be playing in the next few days. 2-to-1 matches, sorry, my bad. And well, winner of these games does get to qualify, but the loser goes down into potential relegation against the winners of the current relegation matches that are going to be going on in the next couple of days. And, well, starting us off, we're going to have LDL versus AGM. We'll quickly take a look at their team cards. LDL bringing along, as far as we're aware, a relatively standard lineup. They've got their captain, Eli, Axie, Badisberry, Blame, Brisk, Madarino, Mud, Goldino, and Yesme. Well, best map is going to be Oregon, and the worst map is going to be Bank statistically, and they have a 83% win rate, which is really good because they're one of them teams that, even though they are the top team in the group stages, they were the top team in the group stages. They also got 2 default wins. So out of all of the top teams, out of every group, they're probably the most unproven. What do you think?
You think they are the most unproven team of all of them?
Specifically in ESA.
I mean, I can completely agree with you because all of the players you see there played like with the Minions last season or in the last season. So I probably think they have their standing point. They are a great team. Some of them won ESA Cup before, won many other tournaments. So I probably think they don't have anything of that big to prove, in my opinion. But I know what you wanted to say, and I mean a little bit. I can agree with you in this situation. But at the end, I probably think they are one of the best teams we have in this season and one of the title favorites, in my opinion. But as you mentioned before, they played 2 against 1. If they lose, they have to face a best of 3 next week. And probably that can everything happen. So I think let's have a look what the team card of AGM is looking like, and it's probably the same like on the LDL side. Most of the players you knew from teams like Cook or something like that. We have Ollie, we have Quake, Saza, Laren, Vapes, Spencer Jr., Soxa, and Sacred. I just want to say Scat every time I read his name. I don't know why. But with a total win rate of 71%, they are also looking very well. A little bit behind of LDL, but still very, very good. With the best map, Oregon, same as with LDL, and the worst map is Clubhouse. But let's be fair in this situation. It's only all the maps they played in or on the OPL page, not in general. just on the OPL, not only ESA Cup. They could have played any other console cup you can join in on the side. But yeah, the worst map is still Clubhouse,
Well,
which
speaking, I was just gonna say, speaking of the worst map being Clubhouse,
have a
let's
look on the map ban.
quickly go take a look at these map bans. And well, what a shock! As of my little segue, we are going to be going to Clubhouse, and AGM are going to be choosing to start on the defense. So that's going to give them that little bit of an edge in order to secure themselves a few rounds in order to be able to then go on to the attack. Not really too sure what they can really bring to the table. Obviously, you've got a team like LDL, which is stupidly formidable in the roster and lineup as a whole. But yeah, we are going to be going straight into it. Let's have a look at these operator bands and see what we can find and what comes to show. But more than likely, it's going to be those fairly default sort of Ying ban, because you want to try and take out like that entry denial more than anything else. That's sort of the biggest factor right now. We do have a lever in the game, but probably going to be back before the ban phase is over. First attacker ban, I realistically expect something along the lines of like a Ying and a Knock, the intel denial, the entry denial. They're like your biggest sort of threats. Alongside that, you've got, well, Monty, who they did decide to ban before we are going to be opting to go for that rehost. And then on the defense, it's just going to be Fenrir and Solace. Let's be real. I always say that it could be Mirror, it could be Azami, but it's always Fenrir and Solace on club.
It's simple like that because the bans are pretty straight in basically all matches and on every map we see. And I completely agree with you. I mean, Fenrir, Solis, yeah, they are strong operators. They are very viable for every team, but please ban something else. It's always the same. Like, hey, we don't want to play against the operators because they are very strong. But let's be fair, we see some gameplay with special operators. They all made their strats, where the most teams, as you know, don't even put operators like Solis, Fenrir, or probably even Asami in. I mean, yeah, let's have a look what they ban. I don't think they bring the ban phase through, if I'm right with that.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the rehost right now because I'm assuming a player has lagged out, which is the players were on the wrong sides of the match table, and then after the game started, we had to quickly just rehost so they were on the right sides. But we should be getting back into the game sometime soon, and well, you can definitely be prepared for that because I doubt we're going to be waiting too long, so there's really no need to go to a break. But from the sort of performance so far for both of these teams, what are you expecting as a scoreline? Let's get a quick prediction.
I mean, it's hard. You asked me for a scoreline on a map like Clubhouse, a map which probably every team can play very well because, like you mentioned before, it's a basic map. Every team probably should have some place on a map like Oregon Clubhouse or something. But a scoreline I probably think is realistic. I mean, let's be fair, it's the worst map pick in ESA from AGM. The question there is, did they play Clubhouse? I didn't check it, to be honest. But, I mean, even if they played, it's the worst map pick. And I think they have to prove something there. The question I'm asking me right now is, why did they left Clubhouse in the mix? Because they are feeling probably very well on it, want to show that they can do it better, or probably say, okay, LDL is a good team, but come on, we can do it. Let's beat them on the map they are probably not even expect us to play on. But I need to be hard here. AGM lost against E-Wave 2 weeks ago on Consulate with a 6-0 wall swap and then with a 6-3 final score. They are struggling a little bit with the gameplay, so I think that LDL will do it tonight, and I'm not hoping it, to be honest, but I think it will be a clear one for LDL. And I go with a 7-2, 7-3.
Well, AGM did play. So we do have our staff predictions right now. You can see that I voted for LDL.
Oh, well.
And Stucky voted for
I
AGM. So
yes, the
it's
only
all
AGM
LDL.
fanboy. Oh my god, and I predicted that I lose that game. Yeah, okay, it's fair. It's fair.
Well, by the looks of things, AGM have only played Clubhouse once inside of this map, inside of this league, sorry. And the point that they did play it, they played against Minions and lost 7-3. I was just having a quick look through, see what I could find. But Minions, again, a pretty formidable team at the moment in the sort of tables. I'm pretty sure they're qualified, if I remember correctly. Not too sure, either way. It's like not really a match that you can just be like, well, it's all over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those that just kind of like you're against the top team in your group, you lose, whatever. So we'll have to see how they actually try and bring this further forward. But at the moment, we are just waiting on the last two players to join up on the lobby, and then we'll be able to jump back into the game and see these operator bans in full fruition.
But Naj, I want to ask you the same question that you asked me before. Give me a scoreline. Come on, let's predict something and be completely wrong with that in the end.
Well, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think among the two teams, if we do a comparison between LDL and Minions, I think LDL are probably the stronger teams. Probably the stronger team, just based on performance alone. And well, I think that like realistically, because I consider LDL to be that little bit better, I imagine that we're probably going to see a pretty good performance from them and more than likely a win. So I'm expecting maybe like a 7-4 at a sort of maximum. But back into these operator bans we go, as we are going to be seeing the match get underway. First, we saw Monty banned, so more than likely that'll go the same way for the opposite side. But we do see Habana, an old school ban that hasn't really been very prominent recently. Obviously, with the introduction of things like RAM and stuff like that, people have been trying to sort of mitigate the amount of vertical pressure that you can really apply. But on specifically Clubhouse, when you're playing in that basement site or on that bar site, you are not really sort of too pressured when it comes down to the verticality. But Monty does quickly follow up, and we'll see if we're correct with the Fenrir and Solace that we do normally see. It isn't going to be the case this time. We do see Cade fall, so whether we see Fenrir or Solace is potentially out of the question because it could genuinely be something along the lines of a Valk who has kind of slipped under the radar as how powerful she is because she was and still is considered one of the big five for the defender bans, but everyone just kind of ignores it. But Fenrir is going to be the final one to fall. And now we have a very unique set of bans. I'm quite happy with this. Are you?
I have some struggles with my stream at the moment. I'm trying to fix right now.
It's okay. I'll just carry it on. But yeah, at the moment we are going to be seeing these operator lineups. We see them getting ready to get themselves into the game as Army going to be a big factor. And the first site we're going to be going to is Cash and CC, a site that we rarely see nowadays. But we are going to be seeing that Lamai more than likely play over on that side towards the rafters. Azami also going to be using those keeper barricades in order to apply pressure onto the rafters hold and just try and relieve it a little bit for them so they're able to really funnel these defenders. On the sort of breached in our side, the only thing they've really brought along is the mute, so more than likely going to be playing around not playing inside of the CC site. We do see a bit of extension from Larry over towards that construction side, just to more than likely place a mute jammer on the comms door, and Mozzie going to be roaming over towards that side as well. Smoke downstairs inside of lounge, and the Wamai reinforcing garage.
No, I'm there with you. No, I'm there with you. Got all of my views back, and yes, thanks for overtake a little bit here.
It's okay.
Let's have a look what they can do, and I probably think it's a little bit interesting that they start in CCTV cache. I have to say right now, I didn't remember that I see a map like AGM playing on Clubhouse the last time. As you mentioned before, they only played it once and they lost it. But the most of the teams don't even start in CCTV or cache. They are starting in the basement or in master bedroom gym. So I'm pretty interested to see what they can do right now with LDL starting their journey to the side, to the balcony on the west side of Clubhouse, and playing the whole mainline with the Maverick. It's a gameplay I didn't saw that much in the recent matches, to be fair. But it's continue with the opening frag. Sacred, downed, and out of the mix.
It looks to me like they want to go for this construction take, try and get this construction wall open and maybe plant around the green box. They know that they don't really need to do a lot over towards that CC cache side, but it cuts off the rotations completely of the man from garage, and well, the Wamai Magnet is going to catch out that first ace charge. The Selma charge does go unchecked and falls because of the lack of awareness from the attackers, really. But Ace is now going to be rappelling up, trying to get himself back up onto the roof, maybe rotating over towards the opposite side. The player gets a kill, actually, from the window onto Vape, and well, now we're going to be in a 5 versus 3 situation. They're going to be on the back foot on this defense, holding onto the door is going to be that Smoke. Does manage to secure himself a kill. Beautiful little shotgun spread from him, and the Maverick on the window almost loses his head as well. Now, as they hold their angles and stagnate a little bit on this attack, the defenders are going to be giving some room to think. Flashbang singing in, not really able to find anything else at this very moment, but do manage to flash out the Maverick himself. Does get himself into sight, but dies from the head holes on rafters. A man tries to make his way up those stairs, isn't able to find that kill, but oh no, he does trade because of the ace. The ace gives him a little bit of a hand and sees the man on the other side of the bomb chassis. The Sledge going to be trying to come into rafters, does secure the kill onto, not Sledge, the IQ, sorry, going to be trying to make away onto rafters, does manage to secure the kill, and Ace swinging the construction door, finds the final one onto the mute, and that's going to be round done and dusted. Attackers come out of CC Cash with the first victory.
And let's be honest here, it was a great first round with so many momentum changes. I mean, LDL started very, very strong, dropped out the Mozzie, got the breaches through, got some picks on the defenders. After that, they even decimated AGM quite a little bit, with only one player. I don't know, it was a Smoke with the power position. He was probably the only one they need to clear out so they can take the side. But AGM fought back with every step they made. But yeah, it was a little bit of insecurity with the entry in garage from LDL, which cost the round in my opinion. But it's a great start from both teams.
Indeed it is. We are going down into that basement, and I mean, well, losing out on the first defense isn't always promising for a defending team on club, but they did opt to try and, well, throw off the opposition by going towards that CC Cash site. Suther, I'd like to bring some awareness to him right now. He is 1-1 currently, but something that I would specifically like to touch on is he's playing Maestro. Maestro, for those that are unaware, has recently received a buff. You may have seen at the very start of the round, he started with 3 Evil Eyes. And Well, that's because he was given an extra one in order to balance him out because of his lack of, play in the default sort of meta of Siege. So, with his new extra Evil Eye Cam, it's now much harder to deal with all three, and actually take them out requires quite a bit more coordination, which is going to be a bit of a downside for all of those. Excuse me. All those solo queuing ranked players out there. But on the side of the competitive sort of aspect of the game, we are going to be seeing a bit more playtime out of him and a bit more usage that he didn't quite receive before.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, probably the question is, what can he do with the third Evil Eye he was given to with the new season? I need to be honest here, I just realized it today when I played Ranked that he got the third Evil Eye in his pockets. But yeah, you're completely right. I mean, he can get so much more intel and can do so much more, or bring so much more utility, viability to the mix, that he can be the key operator in the defense in some spots. But yeah, he need to get these spots. He need to place his Evil Eyes right, and probably his teammates, so the rest of the defending side, need to give him the chance to react with the eyes. And that's the question, can it do it? Vapex getting a huge amount of damage right now from the IQ. Turning back to side with LDL. Playing close to side. We see Eli here waiting to make his move, and no LDL is trying to enter, storming the spot, but is Vapex getting the first crack. That's some question I want to ask you. How can it? How it's possible that it can happen that LDL can drop so easily, so free? If you know what I mean.
Well, the lack of contention from the players inside of Church and Arsenal as a whole is just going to be the biggest factor, but the man inside of Blue is putting up a really colossal fight right now. There's an injury onto the Twitch, and it's essentially a 1 versus 2. He's not able to go get his man, and, well, the Jaeger going to be holding the holes, does manage to get himself that kill, and, well, now it's 1-1. So, when it comes down to sort of the way that round was played as a whole, we did see a bit of a lack of pressure on towards the hatches, and even with the Maestro sitting there with his gun in hand, wasn't able to, well, secure himself a kill. Didn't quite react quick enough and didn't find the pre-fire he may have tried to look for, but either way, now as we go into round number 3, even though they did struggle a little bit, they have managed to find themselves a defensive win. They're going to be going over to that gym bedroom site, bringing along the mirror, which is a very default one, alongside the castle. Once again, extremely default. Wamai, Mute, and Mozzie are the extras. Mute and Mozzie are going to be there for that info, denial, and gathering. And, well, the Wamai are going to be there for that utility and throwable utility denial. Setting up the site right now is the defenders. I'd like to give a quick little shout out to Voight on the production and also observing, as well. We are missing some members, but either way, they are going to be here sometime soon, we hope.
We hope.
Because honestly, I feel bad for Voight at this point. Voight's just carrying ESA, like, entirely.
That's completely right. And in this situation, I want to say sorry because I can't see that much, because the gameplay stream, the clean feed we have in front of us, is lagging extremely bad on my side. Because my internet is still a little bit broken. I hope it's getting fixed in the next few days. But for your information, I just see some pixels most of the time.
That's okay. So, we are at the moment just looking at the defenders just holding on to their positions as the attackers.
I can see that. In fact, I can see that. The question is, what is Quake trying to do there? Jumping through his rotation towards the breach. I probably think it's a little cheeky decision to do that. You probably get a headshot in seconds there, but he goes through, and now we see that LDL is trying to open the soft walls with Ash, the castle barricades getting destroyed with the code ones of Flores. LDL is, or it seems like LDL is struggling a little bit to find an entry point. They are not really sure where they wanted to go. With the Ace now got the breach open, but only the soft wall, and even dropped out the mirror window. So the bathroom is cleared out for them.
It is, and yes, mate, there to find a kill for himself, and well, the player behind the gym equipment is going to be a threat to him next. A player tries to swing from the bomb chassis, unable to find it, but the mirror sitting around. Andrew Quake going to be getting that kill for himself. I like that name, very funny. I like you, Quake. The player dropped into logistics though, and one inside of the main corridor is able to secure that kill onto the final man, but the Wamai going to be still in there and trying to rotate himself out towards the bedroom door. The mirror's punched, and he knows that he's going to have to try and take a swing onto somebody here. Does he know the ace has jumped out of the window? And does he know that the final player isn't where he thinks he is? He's on the outside of this breach, going to be waiting for him, ready to combat against him if he goes for the diffuser. And well, as he goes for the diffuser, the ace on the window is going to be the man to find... Oh, not the ace, the Ash, sorry. On the window is going to be the man to find the kill. And that's the end of the round with another attacking victory. Now, LDL taking the lead like this inside of their attacking half is going to be a really, really big detriment to the opposite side of AGM. They're going to be really, really fighting tooth and nail now in order to be able to get themselves that 4-2 split that they really so direly need in order to be able to come out of this map with a concise victory. As we go into round number 4, we are going to be seeing the similar operator lineup on the attacking side, pretty much the same. And once again, essentially the same operator lineup on the opposite side, only swapping out the Mute and the Mozzie for that Bandit and Warden. 3 default operators that they are going to be sticking to are Wamai, Mirror, and Castle, but with how they're playing at the moment, we are kind of expecting them to try and pick up these pieces as and where possible. But we are just seeing what they can do. Dormai, once again, going to be going over towards this garage door in order to try and find himself a garage spawn peak. Goes for the impact, does get the run out and finds the kill onto Ace. That's going to be very, very good for his team, being able to open that up and secure at least a bit of that sort of utility denial for himself. And Madarino going to be worried about doing the same thing, does secure the diffuser, but just kind of hovers around that garage door and gets himself ready to move away. The Thermite has made his way over and is more than likely opening up, or has opened, that CC wall, but it looks like it was already open to begin with. Vapex still going to be over there as now we see Goldino make their way over to this hard wall, potentially going to be throwing in those charges, but it is going to be an EMP grenade to deny the electricity. Thermite isn't going to be able to get the wall open as it is tricked. Never mind! As the Bandit ends up actually dying to the thermite charge, which is astonishing. Pretty amazing. Wasn't quite quick enough with the denial that he wanted to try and go for. Wamai opens up the garage door, finds another kill for himself. Apex on a tear now as he's managed to find both the hard breach and the hard support. They're just going to be positioning themselves on highway. on this attacking side. The Ash does get the window open on towards Jim and potentially is going to be able to take a relatively favorable gunfight here if we do see them jump through. We are at the moment just seeing Axie on this lurk plate below. Does anybody know? It doesn't quite seem like it. He's managed to get himself all the way up the stairs. Potentially Warden is a little bit short of the man that could be in this position, but he's made himself, or he's made his way all the way to the top. Warden doesn't quite know by the looks of things, but tries to take the swing anyway, as he does think he hears someone, but ends up falling himself. Mirror still going to be inside of this gym area, hovering around behind that gym equipment to see if she can find anything for herself. The man jumps through into the bathroom window, tries to take the engagement onto Castle inside of the construction door and isn't able to find it. Wamai falls, Castle falls. The final man is the Mirror inside of the gym. She does have Diffuser in her clutches, as she is going to be prone behind the gym equipment, finds that kill on towards the rotate, and that is going to be another round for the defenders, equalizing us at 2-2. Beautifully played from the side of the defense. But they need to do that 2 more times if they want to come out of this with an actual favourable scoreline for themselves going on to that attacking half. At the moment, 2-2 isn't quite going to cut it if they do go to 3-3, and especially against a team like LBL, they're not going to let you get away with a blunder that large. So you're really going to want to put some of the pieces in place here and really hope that your bans are going to throw them off. And with them being relatively default and quite old school, I kind of doubt it. But we do see... I really like that phase card background. I'm like really questioning buying the phase set with that in. I think it's the AK. I'm not sure. But either way, we do see these defenders just getting themselves ready on the basement site, and more than likely going to be trying to apply a bit more pressure onto the upstairs, as we do see a Mute and a Mozzie on side for the defense, and also a Solace. Solace going to be mainly there for really denying the sort of entry utility that they use to get themselves into the building. For example, that sort of drone denial, the intel denial, alongside the Mute, alongside the Mozzie, is going to be quite effective. And, well, they've opted to keep the Mute and the Mozzie downstairs, which is acceptable. It's one of those where you can choose whether you want to go up or down, but realistically, with the Solace on side, they could have potentially played a 3-man roam, and I think that is a bit of a unfortunate turn of events, as Solace does make her way back down on towards the site and decides to just bunker up with her team.
Hello? Nash, can you hear me?
I can.
I'm back. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Metanet is bad AF at the moment, and yeah, I'm just jumping back in with a 2-2 score as I see, and the first thing I straight up jumped in my eye is Vapex on the Cavera.
I completely missed it, I'll be honest.
You missed it. That's hard. I mean, he's lurking there, waiting.
I don't think they did though.
Oh, but he's drowned out. They know that he is waiting there, getting flashed. But got knocked out. Can't find the shots on the Ash, on Goldinho with a shotgun because of the flashbangs. And yeah, with that, AGM is 1 man down, but I mean, at least they got probably like 1 minute and 20 seconds to get us some time, take some time off the clock of the attacking team. But with my god, but as of now they can make a move, find a way, open the hatches, play the whole side the vertical. No, trying to breach out the triple wall to Church. And I mean, it seems like LDL is trying to do the same attack they did before when they attacked the basement. The Ash lurking on the blue stairs, waiting to find an angle, and it's Quake. I think he didn't even realize Ash was there. Turned back to the operator.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's looking very bad for these defenders right now as Sacred stuck all alone inside of the dirt corridor and, well, loses his life to Goldinosaur as, well, the Ash going to be holding the angle, waiting for him, ready for him to take the re-swing. Well,
yeah.
Going into the next round, it's kind of meaningless whether it goes 3-3 or 4-2, as realistically, if they're going to win it once they go onto the attack, it has to be a comeback now. It can't be a comfortable victory. Even though 3-3 seems relatively equal, once we switch sides, we see the power dynamic shift. And a lot of these teams have very favored defenses. And if you're even with a team's attack, they're usually going to be better on defense. So this is where you start to get worried for a side like AGM here.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, let's keep in mind, statistically, Clubhouse was the worst map for them to pick. And I mean, they're playing against LDL. Like I mentioned before, LDL is one of the biggest teams, the best teams, in my opinion, in this season. And then you choose the worst, statistically worst map you can go on against them. And as you saw, LDL playing great attack, in my opinion. They play very well as a team, exactly knew what they wanted to do, and probably showed that they can do it. And some easy kills happening there, as we had with the Ash and the Jäger one round before this one. It's a little bit too easy, in my opinion, but I think AGM can do it, even if they get a 4-2 or 2-4 wall swap. That's the question, what will happen in this round. But I think they can do it because they have the lineup, they have the players to turn around something like that, but they need to step up their game a little bit. And yeah, let's have a look what we can get right now, what LDL is doing in this round. And
oh, Jesus.
Continue is waiting. They're waiting with two players for the Thatcher to step out of the garage.
I don't think he knows about Wamai.
No,
it's a double kill!
Wait, no
Almost
way!
a triple. He finds himself those 2 kills from the little rat corner that he was positioned in, wasn't droned out, wasn't found, as now we are in a 3v4 situation. The advantage for the side of AGM, they have managed to find themselves something here in this engagement, and Ace is going to be making his way down towards main stairs. Just breaking the barbed wire, more than likely going to be just popping this laser gate, and just going to be trying to throw those ace charges onto the church port, apply some pressure onto the man that is going to be holding on to that position, and see if they can get themselves funneled into sight. No movement yet, though. The attack has stagnated, and they are just going to be taking the hatch drops, getting themselves in and around sight. 2 kills go the way of the attack, as they have managed to get one of them as an ninja. Aruni going to be holding on to try and see if she can shut down a player on the opposite side. The Buck not quite aware of where the man's going to be positioned, and technically a 1v2 here, as Ace going to be getting quite aggressive. Wants to take the engagement, find the kill onto the man that's down, secure that for himself. The Aruni tries to take the swing, isn't able to find it for herself, but Jaeger still going to be positioned on and around this generator. Maybe could be an apt point of assistance, but as Aruni just isn't too careful and takes these swings, Ace is going to be making his way all the way through. Aruni takes the swing. Larry finds that kill onto Yesme. Yesme falls. Now we're in a position where it's a 3-3 half. yes, for the side of AGM. But it's still technically a comeback if they come out of this with a win. They really need to come into this prepared for the way the LDL are going to defend.
Yeah, and
Excuse me.
yeah, and I probably think that is what we find out as of now. If AGM can counter out what LDL is playing in the defense, because I think it's no nothing new for any one of you when I say that LDL is probably very gun heavy. They all can play great gameplay, and with the operator lineup we saw for the round right now, with the One, with the Solis, even with the Ramai or something like that, they show up and they have the guns to win a round like this, and that's the thing AGM need to counter. They need to find the gunfights, probably a little bit of space, of spot to make their move. But yeah, let's have a look on that. We're starting downstairs. The spot I mentioned in the first one is probably the most viable spot we have on Clubhouse. Playing it with a mirror window to the main stairs and one towards blue. Yeah, and now let's look. I mean, even the attacking lineup is pretty clean. We have the RAM for vertical gameplay as well as the bug. We have the Ace as and Breacher in the mix. But yeah, I want to say it's interesting they don't have hard bridge gadget, but I didn't saw the bug in the second I said it. Craig is the one with 2 hard bridge gadget who probably can open the hatches easily. But they need to find an entry point. Craig waiting probably for an out one or something like that. Got some shots from the CCTV double wall towards his side. But as you can see, the Solis let it fall down a little bit. We only have the One. We have Axie on top of red stairs waiting for impact and still lurking on the CCTV, waiting for someone to approach, but now letting himself fall back a little bit with Medunio securing the opening frag. The RAM is out, and yeah, Nash, I think if they need that much of time on the top floor, even to clear some of the roamers, I don't think this will be a hard round for AGM, to be honest.
Vapex has managed to get himself in all the way through, trying to take the engagement on this Solis, and Solis isn't quite fast enough to be able to secure the kill. Doesn't see the man through the punch hole that has been pre-made by herself, and well, the double swing is able to secure at least something for themselves in this round. They've secured back that man count, and Goldino going down. A very good and well-placed waste of time inside of that CC cache area. And I mean, only 55 seconds left. They have no verticality. They haven't got these hatches open yet. They've just managed to get Moto, but Moto's completely uncontested and potentially going to be trying to go for the kitchen hatch. They do secure it. No impact's going to be there to deny, even though they still have those 2 impacts on Madarino and also Eli. But either way, hatch drop more than likely going to be coming in from a couple of these players, as Jackal is the first man to go and isn't going to be trying to take any swings yet, being watched onto the door by the mirror, and also the shield. Madarino is the first man to find the pick onto the player that takes a drop, and well, finds another as he does get injured onto the kitchen hatch drop. Sacred going to be coming through, tries to take the peek through the hole, finds that one for himself behind the mirror. Now with the player injured, it's essentially a 1 versus 1. Doesn't know, knows even, but isn't able to get to the location he needs to be in order to secure himself the kill. If he breaks the mirror, it's going to be too loud, and the player's going to move away as he's going to see it. And, well, that's going to be the round over in favor of the defense. And even though it is a very defender-favored site, they've still barely clawed themselves out a win here.
Yeah, that's right. But I think even the whole setup, the side of AGM played there with the top down clear. I mean, it's a base clear, it's a good clear, but they needed so much time to clear out the Solis, and probably even the one who played Upstairs a little bit of time. I think that was their neck breaker in this situation, because they don't have that much of time to play vertical to make their move. They just need to be a little bit faster. They couldn't clear out anything as they probably wanted to. Yeah, but in the end, I mean, it was close. It was very close. He could have seen the one waiting behind the mirror window inside blue, but the time was up. And with that, I probably think that LDL was a little bit lucky. But yeah, AGM need to be a little bit faster, in my opinion. Try to clear out a little bit faster. Make their move towards the side. And yeah, with that, we're changing the sides. We are going into master bedroom and gym.
We are going to be that gym bedroom site, potentially going to be quite heavily contested by the attackers on this CC side. We do see all 5 players over in that location at the moment, but Larry going to be making his way onto the roof. Excuse me. I imagine that we're going to be seeing a bit of pressure applied on towards the CC side before eventual rotations coming out of, well, specifically Thermite, in order to get that jacuzzi wall open. Vapex going to be on this comms window, a man that's been very aggressive for this side of AGM. Essentially wants to continue that streak of aggression, and well, the Keeper Barricade going to be there, but the Azami on the other side is going to be there to put a bullet in his face. Lamar takes a swing, manages to secure that kill, or doesn't secure the kill, instead gets an injure, and well, it's still going to be a 4 versus 4.
And I mean, they could have picked up a Quake right there, could have picked up the Termite, but I think you probably can see what I talked about with the gunpowder of the side of LDL. They only got the kill in that situation with the refrag potential they brought with them. That's the thing of LDL. They are so damn good with their guns. They are swinging, and probably they are straight up onto the heads or onto the body of the enemies. In some seconds before they could even realize what is happening there. But for now, we have a 4-4 situation. I think it's quite possible. Lexi got some hits too. But yeah, they need to make their move. And it was the Maverick line with a Kisava, another kill. The Maverick drops out the Frost in this situation. So we have some good gameplay here from AGM. Let's go. Yeah, with that said, we have a 2v2 situation here. Thermite and Larry both are very, very low on HP. And yeah, Smay and Exi are the last one standing. Who are the both players who can clear out the round, with LDL getting the 5-3 lead right now.
Yeah, the 2v4 clutch coming out of the side of LDL, securing themselves a round win. Potentially going to be trying to continue this even further into the match. My prediction, if we remember correctly, was a 7-4. And at the moment, we're looking pretty close to that margin.
Yeah, yeah, I probably don't know what to say for no, because it was a round AGM should have won, in my opinion. They played it so well. They played it extremely strong as a team, but they come short in the end. And that's the thing. Was it a little bit of misdrowning, less intel? I don't really know what was the mistake they did there. But let's have a look what they can do now, as LDL is defending the bar side. Interesting to see, to be honest. It's not CCTV and cache. They're playing bar and stage, and as you can see with the operator movement. They are playing it vertical, playing the top floor with the down floor, with the mid floor, playing it over two sides. So they want to make it very, very hard even to enter for AGM.
They do. They have tried to do their best and see what they can actually perform. Goldino going to be down here inside of the dirt tunnel, but moves away and goes towards the generator side in order to make his way over to oil pit. And, well, we are going to be seeing that Echo downstairs, and the Solace play very aggressive. She does try and take a swing onto the Adam window, but doesn't quite find the kill she's looking for, or any kill at all. As now, these operators are just going to be doing what they can to find whatever they can, and Goldino going to be finding the head of Larry, as Larry's going to be the first man to fall. Eli finds the head of Suther on the opposite side, though, and Goldino is there for another one. Eli finds one more. We've got a double on both of these players, and, well, it's now a 5 versus 1, not something we haven't seen before. But
what a strong showing of LDL. They won't even let AGM enter the building. They won't even let AGM enter the building. They denied every entry point they get. No, I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I knew it. I knew that we were gonna switch, and LDL were just gonna run away from it if we didn't have an advantageous half for the side of AGM. And, well, we're now at 6-3, and on this, well, we're back to Basement Church and Arsenal, and with it being as close as it was, potentially we could be seeing that 7-4 come into fruition that we were kind of hoping for previously. Or I predicted previously, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right, you predicted it. But yeah, let's have an eye on it. Is my stream frozen, or is it... Ah, no, it works.
No, we just have an extortionately long wait.
I'm probably a little bit unsure if everything is working for me right now. But yeah, let's have a look what they can do. I mean, they can probably play the basement spot again. The spot where AGM, in my opinion, had too much struggle to even get on site. So the question is for now, will LDL play the same setup, will they play the same lineup they done in the 7th round? Will they play with 2 roamers, with Solis and... Yeah, I think in this lineup we probably don't have the one. I think we will see the Fawn will play the roam gameplay a little bit harder. The question is, what can they do against it? Can they play it faster? Can they make it a little bit better? Blame or Eli with the spawn pick, with the out one. Can't find anyone here, and now is dropping back to side. Oh, have a look on Madwinu. Have a look at Madwinu. He's playing now.
Playing peekaboo with a couple drones right now as he runs his way down those Adam stairs and gets himself all the way down into blue. He wants to be towards generator and keep himself in that position in order to be able to deny the late round execute. Now, the attacking side is going to be trying to opt for the opposite. They're trying to take over on this Cash CC side and probably expecting a bit more presence on the roam than maybe they're going to receive, as, well, breach gets opened and Dekebi is going to be hacking, or not hacking, but giving them a phone call quickly, as, well, they're just going to be making their way through the building.
But again, they need some time to make their move. Here you can see the ping is coming through, and he got the Solace on his screen right there. What even means that LDL has fallen back to side a little bit. So for now, we have 1 minute and 30 seconds through, and just right now they're starting to make a play. They're starting to play the hedges, play the vertical play. They need to do something. They need too much time, in my opinion, because Yeah, I mean they got one hatch opened. It's fine like that. They have enough time, but I think they are playing very very slowly. But yeah, I mean they want to make sure that no one is there to make, like you said, a peekaboo or something like that.
Yeah,
With Eli
it's not
sneaking
great.
up the garage, trying to flank here. Let's have an eye on it. I mean, look how easily he steps off the maps. No one even cares. No flank. No, it was the gridlock. No, you have tracks, Sava. Use your tracks, bro. But at least Larry can regulate right there.
Oh dear.
I think you can. You know what I'm trying to say here, right?
Yeah.
He can flank with no one trying to deny him. But yeah, Larry with the double kill, trying things out right now.
Oh no. And that's the game over. That's 7-3 in favour of the side of LDL, as they have managed to secure themselves a defensive win. The attackers just funneling in through that church wall, vaulting, rotate behind the bar. Isn't going to be enough, especially when you're a buck and you've wasted all your ammo upstairs. You haven't decided to bring any down for the late round to execute. That's going to be a GG. And, well, I don't think there's a grand amount to say about that game.
No.
It was much better played. It was much better played by the side of LDL. LDL clearly showed that they're the more formidable team, and they also clearly showed that they are more than ready for a situation where they're sort of on the back foot, I guess, considering initially they were, and they managed to get themselves back into the lead. They got an equal half on their attack, and then went on to that defensive half and dominated. Managed to come out of the game with a 7-3 in favor of themselves. And yeah. Well, next we got Flawless 7 versus Mafia Squad, and hopefully it's a little less scuffed. I've filled up on my energy, and we're gonna be ready and raring to go when we see you next.
Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome back to ESA Cup Season 7. I'm once again joined by Stuki. And, well, the next match, the one we have coming up, is Flawless 7 versus Mafia Squad. And, well, I want to just quickly start out with the predictions before we move on to their player cards. So we'll have a look at the staff predictions first, which, as you can see, me and you both went for the Flawless 7. And the only person to go for Mafia Squad is actually Poobal. So, once again, a very one-sided affair for these two teams. And, well, we're going to be having to wait and see how well it actually goes for us. And, well, the social vote is 80-20 in favor of F7 as well.
Yeah, I probably think that F7 is a fan favorite because most of the viewers are, in my opinion, most of the viewers are German. With that, we probably have a slightly based base for Flawless 7. But the question is, can they show up? What the community thinks, or even what we both think. But before we see that, I think let's have a look at the team cards who are above us. Or not right, left to us, right to us. Whatever. We have Flawless 7. We have Spliken as the coach. We have EOS as the manager. We have Maxi, G, Koala Pistol, Rupert, Becci, and Matti.
All right.
showing up the team card. A total win rate of 88%. 88. Can you please stop it, Nash? You're freaking me out, bro. With 88% for Flawless 7. Best map is Clubhouse. Worst map statistically is Cafe. Yeah. Oh boy, just yeah. I mean, with the 88% win rate, they are probably the favorite team from all of the four we saw till now, and the fourth we see right now is the Mafia Squad, Nash.
Well, on the Mafia Squad side, we've got two captains. They're deciding to one up everyone else. We've got Nekrios alongside Kleiners. We also have Tom, Senzo, Kenzie, Nordy, and Iron. And, well, they're a pretty decent roster from what I've seen so far. But their best map is also Clubhouse, alongside Chalet being their worst. Now, the reason I bring this up isn't to do with the map bans, spoiler alert, but it's because I have actually seen these two teams play, and it was a Pasta Poobel cast from a couple weeks ago, I think, where we saw these two teams play Clubhouse against each other. And, well, it was very, very even, and both teams kind of struggled in a lot of regards. But it ended off with a Mafia Squad victory. 7-5 or 7-5, 7-4, 7-5. I think it was 7-5.
7-5,
but either way,
that's right, 7-5.
It ended off with a Mafia Squad victory. So Flawless 7 coming in as the crowd favorite, but still also the underdog in this situation, as the last matchup they played against each other was actually a Flawless 7 loss. But we might as well have a look at where we're going on the map bans.
That's right, and there's the question. Did we get another map of Clubhouse? We don't. We are going straight up to Bank, and that's interesting to see. I probably saw both teams play on Bank. Flawless 7 a little bit more, to be honest, but I know that they can play this map very well. It's one of their main maps. It's interesting what we can see. See what the Mafia Squad is doing on this side, because I think Flawless 7 is a little bit favored in on this map. They played it last weekend in the final of the RSX Minor against Entropy, and they won it pretty easily, to be honest. They played very well. Entropy didn't saw that much of utility. Nash, please, bro, stop pointing out what you want to say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that Bank is a huge map. Bank is one of those maps where it can very much come down to very narrow differences in time and things like that. But it's one of those maps that also, because of how big it is, has a lot of strategies that are just undiscovered. And we're seeing a lot of those come into fruition as of late. And, well, something you very much want to take out on Bank is usually that sort of intel denial, that entry denial, and Knock falls under both of those categories. Not going to be the first one to fall, and more than likely will follow up with a Hibana or a Ying. Less likely a Hibana because of now the hard breach charges being introduced, but still very possible. But I imagine that we're going to be seeing a Ying ban come out of this one because of the sort of power that she can have in these site setups. And even though it is a very common ban on this map in particular, we are going to be seeing Monty go out of the way. And the reason behind that is because of how well he's able to take on that sort of lobby area, how well he's able to push into the open area hold and take on towards that kitchen counter. On the defender side, however, it's going to be very natural bans. We're going to be following along with the Solace, and more than likely having something like a Fenrir or a Mirror to sort of combo up with that on the opposing side. But we'll have to see which they would rather play. Some do actually ban Maestro on this, and with him having 3 Evil Eyes, it's possible that we could be seeing that as well. And he doesn't quite go out. Instead, we're going to be seeing Fenrir, and that's going to be perfect. And easy predictions.
Easy predictions. It's literally, I mean, it's probably the most basic prediction you ever done. Am I right with that? Yeah. So let's go.
The easiest was literally last week. I did a cast with Bozmax, and like every single one was just right in a row. And that one got me happy. That one got me feeling good. The dopamine was just circling my little like one brain cell that's in there, just going crazy.
That's I completely understand, but let's be honest, the band phase is so basic that you probably can guess it's at least 2 of the 4 operators pretty easily at the moment. But yeah, let's go into the mix. We're starting into the base in the basement with Flawless 7 in the defense. The first operator who just jumps straight up into my face is the Capcan pick on the side of F7. And I mean, Capcan is an operator you probably didn't see that often into a lineup, but they are trying to play him right now. And I'm pretty hyped up to see if he has impact with his traps or what he probably can do. I mean, we can see the placements. They're placing him very basic traps towards the big door, between main stairs / elevators towards open area. The question is, will they get drowned out by the Mafia squad, who will starting the attack with a top-down clear? At least I predict something like that, because you can see the Amaru just waiting to hop in there. The drones out, and yeah, that's probably the call. They will start with a top-down clear. Even the Jackal starting from the balcony. Kane still waiting.
He's still going to be wanting to try and take this Amaru through onto the upstairs and make her way over towards that main stairs area, because the Wamai's going to fall off and she can stand on the table to deny that. But as he runs past the long corridor, it does take a bit of damage. Dick Heavy, though, already deep in the site, isn't able to find herself a kill before she falls. And the Amaru now coming in and through, going to be trying to get as far forward as possible onto these main stairs and maybe try and take an engagement against a lingering player. But that lingering player was the Wamai of Matty below. Squiddick going to be coming through on this elevator corridor, but isn't able to actually find the man that they're looking for. The Archives player still going to be lingering around, isn't able to find the kill with a C4, and instead loses his head to Iron on the opposite side. We are going to be seeing Squiddick aiming over towards that side to see if the player wants to decide to swing inside of open area, but unsure of whether the player is going to be close or holding onto that angle at all, or even there in the first place. They did know at one point that there was a player there, but unsure as of right now. The Hibana is still going to need to try and get these hatches open inside of open area, and well, even though you've got the one inside of square, doesn't mean you've done all the work yet. The Capcan does find the kill onto Gridlock and decides to fall off onto the site. And now it's just Jackal and Hibana remaining.
And I think that Flawless 7 is playing a very solid defense as of now, because it's probably the same problem AGM had on Clubhouse. They need too much time to clear out the roamers to make them move towards the side, with Hibana dropping inside server as of now. No breach is still trying to get out the mirror window here, but as you saw, the shots are coming straight at the Hibana. and now they find they need to find a way inside the spot, but they get the angles of the Flawless 7 team are way too strong. Yeah, with Suzu just sitting out his look at this. No, Maxi,
no way.
He's trying to say. Sometimes these players are freaking me out. I mean, okay. I mean, it still was a 2v1 situation at the end, but I think it was quite a bit funny. But with that, yeah, Flawless 7 taking the first round and no need to switch sides. And yeah, let's see what they can do there. Nash, please.
The top floor site is one of those that's a little weird for a lot of these teams, but I mean, we're seeing a mirror strat alongside the Azami, and that's not really one you see very often on this top floor hold. The mirror is usually one that is sort of picked off of and used elsewhere, but it'd be nice and interesting to see what they actually decide to do with her. more than likely, I imagine, having the mirror window on and towards where the default head holes are going to be. And also potentially watching over towards this closet area that you can see her shotgunning right now. More than likely, that's just going to be to help the Azami or whatever player decides to hold around that meeting room area. And I mean, with those holes being opened on the left side of the wall over towards Trump, it's going to be a little difficult to hold on the opposite side, and it does look like they are going to be going for that Trump mirror just to deny the main lobby push. Interesting.
But I think it's a play that could work very well because it's hard to play against from the attacking side, in my opinion. But let's have a look what Mafia Scott will even try to do. And from the looks of it, I don't think they even try to take the lobby. I probably think it looks like a square take. Trying to spot out some probably searching for virtual pull some guys. They don't even have the mixed or probably pistol guy with the go.
Maybe, but
Kenzie's
bugged on the rappel.
No way.
So...
No. It's not that it's best. No, wait.
There we go, he's off the rappel now. He should be fine.
Okay.
It was just a little visual bug for us, I think, but Hasi going to be the first one to find a kill onto Iron. As now we're going to be seeing these players fall left, right, and center. F7 Maxi finds another, and with the Frost taking an aggressive swing onto the door, there's two that come back in return. We are going to be seeing the Echo just disorient these attackers on and towards the balcony door, and Klein going to be making his way all the way through onto Stock. The C4 from the mirror does go out and secures that kill onto the player that's getting a bit too aggressive for their liking. Now, Squiddick going to be left in this 2v2 situation alongside Senzo, just trying to open things up for themselves and give them an opportunity to get in and get this plant down. They don't have the diffuser as of right now. Diffuser's cold and kit on the ground. But Gridlock and Flores still holding on to a crossfire. One man inside of square, the other one on the window, and well, 3 kills in the pocket of Senzo right now, and if he's left unchecked by Pistol Guy, there's potential for him to be able to secure a 4th. In goes Squiddick on this sort of lurk play, moving in through the site itself, and potentially could get caught out by Mirror here if he's not too careful. Indeed, he does, and well, the Flores tries to take the rappel in, but the Echo puts a bullet in his forehead.
Strong play, Pistol Guy with a little bit of luck that he made his move towards the side early enough, because as you saw it, Pixel, the little peak who probably would have been enough was there, but with that, Flores 7 takes the T-0 lead. And I mean, the general gameplay we saw from Mafia Squad wasn't that bad. They played fast. They had a game plan what they wanted to do, and they tried to figure it out. But they had too much struggle again, even entering the building. In my opinion, they just lost the first 2 lives before they even entered the square side. Lost the ace, tried to reach there, yeah, that's fine. The 2v2 situation, I mean, it's hard. It's hard for both teams. Then, as we saw, I don't know if it was a visual bug or if the IQ was really bugged, to be fair. If it was a bug, it's hard for the team, but I mean, it's just a prediction. I don't know what happened, as you all know. But for now, the 2-0 lead is there, and Floor 7 taking the next side. Again, and Miwa in the mix. But I probably think it's interesting because Miwa got nerfed, as you know. The Black Mirrors could probably getting destroyed easier. But that's another thing of the problems we have right now. Mafia Squad didn't get the windows down. They're struggling with it a little bit. The yellow ping is coming out, but Matti realizes it and made his move. No damage dealt in the first 30 seconds of the round.
Indeed, we are going to be seeing the mirror kind of hovering around underneath these holes that are being made inside of stock. Maxi almost loses his life to the stock player on the window and decides to fall off, get himself back on towards site. We are going to be seeing Betchy find a kill onto the player on the outside of Senzo. And, well, we are getting trades. Buck of Claim going to be making his way in and through onto this mudroom area and making his way through just to keep himself a little safer. The Maestro cam just trying to open up on the glass to see if the player is still remaining in that area, and, well, not going to be up for too much longer as it did get shot out, and, well, there's still more to deal with. Which is the big threat about Maestro at the moment. The big scary bit about Maestro is the fact that, like, these cams still exist, even though that you've dealt with one, you've still got another two, and you're kind of worried about where they are and what they're doing. There's a bit of contention over towards the kitchen side, on the kitchen door, not able to find anything as of yet, and this unreinforced wall is going to be the point of contention for them, I think, if they are going to get themselves in any position in general. But Maxi going to be taking out the aces. Very, very good for this defending side, and they're going to be wanting to try and find more like that, especially in this 2v4 situation where they do have themselves the advantage. Maxi still alive, but only by a thread, and with Squidix standing around on the opposite side, it could be life or death for him to find the shot.
15 seconds left.
But with the teammate on the attacking side falling, Squidix going to be left all alone and potentially doesn't even want to take this swing here. He's just going to sit here and hold as they talk for an extra few seconds about what's going wrong and how they can remedy it.
Operators have run out of time.
Yeah, 3 rounds played. The Flawless 7 is playing that great of a defense here on Bank. As you can see on the side of a Mafia Squad, they are struggling in every second to take the spaces they are probably given by Flawless 7 because they're losing a player and they are losing so much pace. I mean, as you saw in round number 1, they hadn't even breaches opened up, hadn't even hatches opened up. They are just need to enter towards the towards the server door. They lost it there because it's just an angle for 4 defenders, and you probably had the same struggle right now. You had the 2v4 situation, one of them dies, 1v4 situation, and you just let the time getting dropped down, didn't even try to enter the building. I mean, for sure, it's a hard situation for you in this moment. You need to clutch, you need to step up for your team. But if you didn't even try, you can't get the rounds. I mean, you probably even have tactical timeout to use, but they won't using it. They're just sending out the round without trying to get a clutch or something like that. But let's be honest, Flawless 7 just waiting, just standing there, not over peeking. With some players, they're just waiting to win the round, they're playing it that safe that you can really say no chance for Mafia Squad. But for now, next round we are going back to the basement, same lineup on the side of Flawless 7. And let's have a look what Mafia Squad will do now, Nash. And I probably think it will be another top-down clear there. But they're letting the Amaru drown it by herself.
They have swapped out the Azami this time in favor of the Mozzie instead.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right.
And now we're going to be seeing very aggressive take from Senzo onto this top square area, but the man that tries to follow in towards square does get C4'd, and well, it's going to put the attackers in a bit of a disadvantage, but Hashi going to be over towards this lobby side, going to be trying to take the engagement against a player that is going to be lurking on and through. They do know that he's going to be around in this area, but they don't quite know where, as he is just holding on to that angle and seeing if he can find anything for himself. He's crouching beyond the table, unsure of whether he's going to be seen by the drone, potentially, as now Diamaru is the person to get aggressive towards main. Ends up dying, and well, we do have 2 levers now. We are just going to be seeing a bit more aggression come out of these attackers, even with the lower man count. Going to be dropping down this hatch, hot dropping into vault, and not able to find the kill that they're looking for, instead losing the man that is going to be oh so important in that engagement. Squiddick finds one, but the other man falls, and unsure what is going on. But players are leaving the server.
Oh, probably sounds like a rehost right now. But yeah, we have a 4-0 lead for Flawless 7 and a rehost coming up, I think. Nash, what do you think? What can Mafia Squad change to get something back out of this match? I mean, yeah, they take the wheels now, probably to get some of the momentum Flawless 7 has in the team right now. But the question is, what can they do about it with the 4-1 down?
I'm going to be honest, we might be looking at a game that's done and dusted at this point. All players have left the server on the side of Mafia Squad, and we don't have any word from them as to what's going on. So we'll have to wait and see if there is good reason, but this could be more than just a rehost here. This could potentially
Smells like a forfeit.
End up as a forfeit, yeah. We do have players that have left, well, they've left the hand cams as well, so
yes.
Going on.
With that, chat, I think we are going into a quick break, and we will keep you updated if we knew something else. Because Mafia Squad isn't responding right now. We probably thought it will be a rehost, but they all lost their hand cam and weren't responding for now. So stay tuned. We're keeping you updated by ourselves or in the chat. Just have an eye on it. We will be back with you soon.
Well, we are back. And, well, I am on my own. But either way, it's completely fine. 4-0 in favor of the side of Flawless 7. And speaking of 4, we're down a player on the side of Mafia Squad. And that's going to remain that way for the remainder of the game, unfortunately, for any of their supporters at home. So, yeah, it's not looking very promising. They're already down 4-0, even before losing the player in question. And now, with them being down that player as well, it's not looking very good. And more than likely could be the first 7-0 of the Swiss stage. If I remember correctly, I'm going to have to check back with the people behind the scenes. But we'll find out soon enough. At the moment, though, a very default sort of attacker lineup coming out of the side of Mafia Squad. More than likely going to be treated very much as a throwaway game going into the remainder of this. But still, obviously, going to be giving it a fine crack to try and see if they can come out of this with some kind of victory. Especially considering Flawless 7 is going to be more confident than ever and more than likely actually taking a lot of swings that they maybe shouldn't. the deagle in hands of Maxi as he's just setting up these keeper barricades in order to apply some pressure for these defenders to be able to utilize. Some bullets come in through the window, almost find Maxi a little bit unaware, but not quite what they were looking for. Twitch Shrunk goes in through the window and is going to be trying to deal with those mirror windows. One gets popped and the second could be soon to follow, but
Changing max.
Twitch Run makes its way in through sight, seeing what it can do. Potentially could be on and
Attackers drop the diffuser.
about to deal with this mirror. The man that's on the rappel is going to be the ace that does lose his life, and that frag coming out of these defenders, of Hashi in particular, is going to be very, very good for them. Maxi finds another on Declan, and, well, with these two players inside of the building, left to fight tooth and nail against these defenders. Ash finds one but falls to the second inside of the elevator, and Squiddick going to be already deep inside of this Trump area. Finds one for himself, but now his position known. He tries to make his way through, finds the kill onto the player that's going to be on this meeting desk area. And the last one he's looking for, other than the guy that was outside, is the 1 HP Cade inside of the elevator. Does die to the nade, and now triple kill for Squiddick is potentially going to be the 1 versus 4 clutch. The man needs to come up the stairs, and, well, the track stingers are going to be there to deny it. He throws an impact just as a bait in order to get himself around on the rotation for the flank, more than likely, but decides to drop himself down into the basement. Out goes the track stingers onto the marble stairs, as it looks like he's going to be trying to make his way up those blue stairs and give himself a bit of
Attackers recovered the
an angle of attack, but with these track stingers in the way, he isn't going to be able to do too much. And Gridlock already all the way in sight. Squiddick waiting for the peek from this player that is potentially to come. No information being given by the defending, the remaining defenders that aren't in this situation. And Squiddick
15 seconds to go.
knows he's nearby. He shot the drone, doesn't quite know where though, as he does try and take the swing out onto the corridor and finds a kill! And that's going to be a 1 versus 4 clutch for Squiddick in this disadvantageous situation.
Hello? I'm back again. What did I miss?
Well, you missed all 3 players dying in trade for 1 kill on the side of Mafia Squad, and then Squiddick getting a 1v4 clutch.
Yeah.
In the 4 versus 5.
Yeah. I mean, probably that was what I'm talking about before we had the Rios. They just need to try, and they at least got 1 round. I mean, it's a hard way for them right now, as they're playing with only 4 players the rest of the match. But they probably can do it. I mean, it's not lost, only they're 1 player down. And they showed off at least the first round. And now we are going into the last regular defense round for Flawless 7, which they probably can end up with a 5-1 swap. I mean, they lost 1 round, and you just mentioned
5 seconds left.
they just wrote a little bit, if I got it right.
Attackers are moving
Yeah,
to use a bomb.
a little bit.
A little bit, but yeah, I mean it's a round, and probably that's some momentum change for this map. Even if they're playing with only 4 players, that can push you that hard that you probably can come back for something good. But let's have a look what they do. They're trying to take the lobby right now. We see the Echo playing on top of the elevators with the Ash, trying to clean out Tellas, playing the whole thing a little bit vertical. Clear out the mirror window, but can't find it there.
Kenzie is super aggressive right now, making their way all the way through in towards Tellers and Archives in order to clear out those mirrors from below and see if they can, well, apply some pressure onto the players that are going to be sitting around up and on those windows themselves. But going to be trying to make his way up main stairs, but he's going to run into a mirror window at some point on his travels if he continues. And, well, the Ash going to be just making her way over towards Marble. Finds a player, but isn't able to find the kill. Does find it in the end as Klein comes in with the assistance. And, well, if they're able to find more, it could be very, very good for them. They almost find the man on the elevator, but with him finding that kill back, he is going to be 1 HP. Ash just placing down the breaching charge on the far side. And now we're going to have 2 angles of attack for these attackers. Potentially a good opportunity for Hashi to just have a quick peek into the corridor here and see if he can secure kill onto the man that is going to be pushing up and towards the Echo. Echo gets spotted. Klein finds the kill. The man on the table, the mirror, are going to be there to find that in response, though. And now we're going to be in a situation where we're in another 1 versus 1. Hashi versus Kenzie. Is Kenzie going to be able to come out of this with a clutch win? The man over towards Stock is the Frost. Ash doesn't quite have the diffuser. The diffuser in the middle of the marble stairs, in the middle of the main stairs, sorry, area. And, well, Frost's going to be over towards that. Playing around inside of Stock is going to be Frost, as she's going to be slow walking, trying to take the swing, finds the kill, and Flawless 7 walk away with a 5-1 half.
But it's interesting to see that Mafia Squad is playing that much better, at least in my opinion, that they played with 5 players. Probably you said they are playing very aggressive, and I probably think, yeah, why shouldn't they? They have nothing to lose. They can show up. They can just try whatever they want, and they're showing that they can play. You just need some more passion, some more aggressivity against a team like Flawless 7. Overpeak something. Just get them out of their comfort zone and try to steal some spot. Try to steal some space. And I think it worked properly. Maybe they could have started a little bit faster with that. But yeah, for now we have a 5-1 World Cup for Flawless 7. 1 player on top. Okay, it's fine. Mafia Squad can defend now. But the question is what they can bring up with it. What can they do with it?
Well, with the swapping sides, it is going to be a little easier on these Mafia Squad members to actually secure themselves some rounds. And you've just got to try and... Well, you've just... As a viewer of this game, an onlooker, someone who isn't actually partaking in the match as a whole, we are just going to be looking at this matchup
10 seconds left.
and just kind of hoping and praying that we get
5
a
seconds
bit
remaining.
of energy coming out of the side of Mafia Squad. Because at the moment,
Attacker's objective is to locate
as
a
much
bomb
as
and
yes,
defuse it.
they are in a 4 versus 5 situation, we want to see that from them. We want to be able to see them take these swings, really have a crack, even if they are on the back foot from the very get-go.
Yeah, but it's a hard one, and we need to be sure about that.
Definitely saw it in the last 2 rounds, though.
Yeah.
We want to see a bit more of that energy, that sort of pressure coming out of these members of Mafia Squad. But the Jackal going to be out and about looking for these players, sees the footsteps, not close enough to track, but knows there's a man over towards Archives and Tellers. The man's going to be trying to take the swing, finds the buck, and Kenzie manages to get themselves on a man advantage. They are going to be aware of this player that is going to be around inside of the square area, and, well, Iron just going to be lagging out inside of the elevator, but does get himself back into the game, as Kenzie finds a second. That's going to be another man falling on the side of F7, and realistically, this is going really well for them so far. Potentially could be a round win if they're able to play this correctly, but the Goyo still lagging out. Iron, unfortunate for him. Maxi finds the kill onto Kenzie, but Kenzie finds one more in the meantime, and now with Maxi on 1 HP, this is where it starts to get a bit sketchy for the side of Flawless 7, even in this 3 versus 2.
Yeah, but but they can do it. I mean, the legs on the side of Iron are a little bit hard. Let's be honest there. But let's have a look at it. Squid is still in the open area side, still waiting, and I think he's known, but not exactly known where he's sitting back there. But he can do so much damage, and he's taking so much time off the clock from Flawless 7 right now. Pistol guy trying to find something out. No call left. No moment for intergathering is left. Maxi also very low on HP. Only needs one shot to getting down here. But yeah, I think they probably knew that there is one guy left with Iron dropping out.
A bomb has been located.
Oh, I think it's caused because of the legs. But it's quick, clearing out pistol guy, leaving Maxi alone. Who's trying to approach over the main stairs, trying to find someone here, has no intel as you can see right now. And it's Kane with the final kill. We have a score of 5-2 right now, with Mafia Squad showing up what they are all about.
It's absolutely insane. I really didn't expect this sort of turnaround coming out of the side of Mafia Squad, but they're down another player. They're giving themselves the more of a disadvantage they end up giving themselves, the better they perform, apparently. So let's see how they do in this. We are going to be seeing a pause, so potentially that player going to be trying to make on the return. But as of right now, they're just going to be waiting for this to go ahead.
Yeah. What should I say? I probably think it was a great showing of the team of Mafia Squad. Like I said, and like what I want to say again, they are playing very well. I mean, just think about it. They are probably played around with 3 players because Iron let out nearly the whole round. So it's okay for me. It's okay for me. He shows up, or they show up, and they are just not giving up on themselves. But yeah, it's still a long road to recover from that standing we have right now. But I mean, you know as well as me what happens when you lose rounds against a 4-stack in any situation. You're losing passion. You are probably getting a little bit aggressive because you don't know or don't even know what's happening there. And that's probably what Mafia Squad is needing right now to keep up, to catch up to Flawless 7. Just distract them. Just don't give them any space to breathe, and just squeeze them out to gather your momentum.
That's the best way to be, and they're really showing the gun skill and prowess right now, as they have managed to secure themselves 2 rounds in a row, even being, or not 2 rounds in a row, 2 rounds in total here though, whilst being in this 4 versus 5 situation. They are going to be looking for more as the window gets punched, but Kenzie with a beautiful shot onto Maxi as now tries to take the swing on towards that stock window, but decides to fall off down main stairs. Reloading. We are seeing Squiddick still hovering around up on that top floor inside of Trump, watching a long angle over on towards that square double door. But not a lot really unfolding right now. Kenzie has moved down in towards Tellers, and it's kind of uncertain as to whether Flawless 7 are really going to be able to find their footing in on this attack, and it's starting to get a little worrying with how well the side of Mafia Squad are playing.
And I think what Mafia Squad is doing very good right now is just taking the time of the clock from Flawless 7. I mean, it works well. They just steal them probably like 1.5 minutes, I mean, it's still enough time for the attacking side to make their move. They have to do something with Batchy now getting his hit on Squig. Clearing it up a little bit for his team for against this situation. Peachy just playing the whole thing vertical, trying to get some sneaky angles, but it's Pistol who's get this thing. Onward Mai playing inside office didn't get the notice that there's someone behind him with the rest of Mafia now turning to the side and trying to hold everything that is left open. No, we have a 1v3 situation. Plans going through and it's settled right now with Fachi getting the final kill of the round, and it's the 6-2 score, and with that map and match point for Flawless 7.
Indeed it is, and well, as we move into the next potentially final round, we are going to be seeing that CEO bomb site hold once again, one that was won relatively convincingly even in the 4v5, but I think there's a big flaw in the game plan for the side of Flawless 7, and well, that kind of contradicts their name. And the reason I think there's a big flaw is because they've seen it as a 4v5, and every single round they've just been playing this very frag-heavy meta. Whereas if they played their utility and just played it normal, as they would, I think they'd have been out of this game and very easily won by now. But also it could be a strategy of, well, hiding strategies. It could very much be the situation where they just play the game unseriously, take the mickey a little bit, as British people would say, and just see what they can actually come out of this match with as a scoreline, as they're confident enough that they're going to win, as they're already very well ahead, and also they'll be able to save those strategies that they do want to use later on in the tournament for the playoffs that they will get to after qualifying from winning this match. Or no, not after qualifying. They'll be going to the next best of one, sorry. I'm stupid.
No, they're qualified when they...
did they qualify?
Yeah, if they win one, they're qualified.
I was looking at it wrong. Oh yeah, they do qualify. And then the loser goes down into the next best of 3. Yeah, I'm stupid. Shush.
I wouldn't say it like that, but if you have the opening flag, Hachi is getting dropped out by Critic right now.
Oh my god,
no
man.
Way.
They're just playing kills. Crazy.
I mean, with that first 2 kills, I'd probably say just rush, just do the thing you planned with, play the blitz or something like that. But no, anyways, I mean, great gameplay what we getting brought here by Mafia Squad, in my opinion. Plays it well, and now it's Kian waiting probably for a jump out. The question is, will it have impact? I don't think so, because we don't have anyone. Oh no, no, we have don't. My God, what is happening here? Iron gets pistol guy 2v4 situation. No one is rappelling there. Outrun would be a shame.
This might be the best I've seen them play. And they're a 4v5. This is insane. This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, probably, I don't want to be harsh here right now, but yo, Mafia Squad probably play every game with only 4 players. You probably played better, so let's go. I'm full of hope that they will get at least 1 or 2 rounds before the match is over. I mean, Flawless 7 need to close it up. I think we are all clear with that. But it's great to see Mafia Squad recover with their gameplay, recovering with everything they just went through in the last few matches.
This is absolutely incredible. We are seeing these players just do so well, even in such a dire situation, and potentially could even come out of this match with a better scoreline than the previous stand-up of LDL versus AGM. So
10 seconds left.
that's something to definitely be proud of, considering it's against a team like Flawless 7, and by the looks of things, they are going to be doing that rush that they were opting for a moment ago, and I imagine that it's probably going to be a rush down blue stairs, as they are just spawning over towards that alley side, unless they decide to go in through blue dirt tunnel. Iron just playing very lurk heavy right now, as Klein going to be over towards those blue stairs, and well, it looks like Kenzie is also going to be upstairs on the top floor.
But interesting to see that they're still trying to do a top-down clear. No rush towards dirt or straight up towards the spot, but it's a Maxi.
Oh dear.
Killing Clancy, who's trying to run from the blitz right now. Yeah, no, don't put your back on to a blitz. Getting iron. No way, the blitz is the game changer, right? And now with Riddick moving a little bit, Maxi. Oh.
Blitz is very low on health.
No, you can't do it. No way. No.
Oh dear. Well, game's over. Flawless 7 gonna be the man. Well, gonna be the people to find the kill. 3K from Blitz on the end of that map, and well, once again, a matchup that had a few issues here and there on both sides, but mainly on the side of Mafia Squad. They did their best and really did manage to claw back a few rounds before actually falling even in that 4v5. But yeah.
I mean, they were the better team from the beginning on. Let's be fair with that. Mafia struggled way too much with agility before they probably even had a chance in this matchup. They played better when they only were for people. What is the second issue I see there in a big way? But with that, yeah, Flawless 7 need to figure out what went wrong when they only played or faced 4 people. I mean, they giving away 3 rounds. That probably can't happen if you're a team like Flawless 7 with a start of 4-0. But with that, yeah, Flawless 7 is the deserved winner, is the deserved team. Third team in the finals, if I'm right. Yeah, they are joining LDL and MDF in the final stage. So with that, I think we are completely fine. And yeah, with that, I would say let's have a look on the final match of the night. We are seeing an instant classic of a game with ERF Esports facing up against the Minions Nash.
Indeed, a game I'm relatively excited for. I mean, I don't have a lot of reason to be like super eagle-eyed on either of these teams, but I know they're both good teams. I know they both have a lot to prove and also a lot of potential. Obviously, Minions coming in with pretty much an entirely new roster other than Alex Northey. So they're really going to be trying to prove themselves coming through this tournament in order to be able to really show that they can actually come out of a second tournament as a win for the brand. And I think that, or the org, I guess, which is what they're really going to be looking for. On the side of E-Wave, they are going to be looking to, well, dethrone the Titans, the people that came out of their group as the top dogs. They're going to be wanting to try and stop that. They're going to be wanting to thwart the Minions in their tracks. And, well, I guess we'll see you there.
Nope.
Welcome back to ESA Cup Season 7. We are once again back to look at the final game of the day. I'm once again joined by
Stucky. Welcome back. And I'm here when we start. Isn't it great, Nash? Isn't it great? My internet is working. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Final match of the day. We have EREF against the Minions. And as I mentioned before, it's an instant classic. They played very, very often the last few weeks, months, whatever you want to call it. They played in the group stage against each other. They played against each other in the E-Future on so many stages. And it's I think it's a very clean duo between both teams. There was a time where the Minions were the better team. There was a time where the team of EREF was the better team. Both teams are on probably the same level. And yeah, I'm hyped up what we are going to see today. And I think let's have a look at the prediction before we go to the team cards. And I probably think it will be the most close call of all the predictions. And as you can see, we have 4-4 inside the production team with Void, Ontox, myself, and you are voting for E-Wave. And the rest is going for the Minions team, with the social vote saying 40 to 60. Little advantage for the Minions.
Yeah, the crowd favorite definitely going to be the Minions here, as we do have a very even production vote, as you said. And, well, these teams have played against each other quite a lot. As you said, they played against each other in E-Future, with Minions coming out of that with a 7-5 victory. But then also played against each other once again in the E-Future playoffs, where E-Wave actually came out with a 2-0 victory. So we're looking at a lot of matches against each other, and currently, if we discuss maps, it is very, very in favor of the side of Minions. And well, here's the map bands that we are going to be looking at. We are going to Oregon, and now specifically something I'd like to talk about is the win rate of Oregon between these two teams. The first time we can find of them playing against each other is in the Operation Siege Season 1 Console League, where they played Clubhouse in a best of 3, and it did go the way of Minions. Then they played Oregon again, and it went 7-5 the way of E-Wave. And, well, rather than bore you with all of the numbers, so far, it is what? 1, 2, 3 Oregon wins in favor of E-Wave and 2 Oregon wins towards Minions. So it's 3-2 right now, with E-Wave being on the top. And the most recent Oregon match that they played was won out by E-Wave. Very, very potentially, this could be a very E-Wave-sided map, or, well, it's going to be close either way. Every single Oregon match that they've played, 7-5, 8-7, we got 7-5 and 7-5 and 7-5. So every single Oregon matchup that they've had has gone either 2 or almost to overtime. It's gone to 12 or 15 rounds every single time.
Yeah, and I probably let's say that I hope that this week will hold on for a little bit. And the biggest question I ask myself right now is, can E-Wave break the streak of dodging the finals, because they did it very well? And I think let's have a look on it. The map is starting in the background. Let's hop in game and see what both of the teams will ban out in the ban phase here on Oregon. Nash, what do you think? Let's do predictions. Fast, quick predictions for the mappers. What do you think?
Fast, quick predictions. All right. Well, on the attack, it's one of those maps where it's a little precarious to just straight up predict bans. Ying's a very obvious one. More than likely, we're going to be seeing a knock or something similar to follow. Very quick entry denial. On the defense, more than likely, well, definitely we're going to see Solace, and then possibly going to be seeing Mirror. I want to predict Mirror for these two teams. I can actually just, to be fair, pull up the matches that they've played. We do see Flores go out, which is a relatively common ban, but quite frequently, it is Azami and Solace, by the looks of things, that are banned out on the defense, with Mirror also appearing in there, and Fenrir as well. So I imagine that more than likely we are going to be seeing the Ying followed by the Solace for the defense. And it looks like it's going to be Mirror and Solace to actually get banned for these defense picks right here. So I imagine it's just going to be very sort of default game, but it leaves Fenrir on side, which is one of the more powerful operators in the meta at the moment. And while it also leaves Azami, who is another one of those big five, and also Valkyrie. So
I mean, at least it's an slightly other ban as the Fenrir we saw all the time. It's Mirror which is getting banned out, and let's have a look what they will play in the first round. Minutes starting in the defense, starting in laundry and supply. No Mira in the mix, and let's be fair, the basement spot is one of the most annoying spots to face a Mirror window.
indeed it is, and well, with it being off the board, we are going to be seeing Tuber out in play, which is one of those newer operators, one that we haven't really seen much play from in this cup as a whole. I think we saw him once in total, in matches that I've casted at least. And well, here we see him again, going to be played by Alex Northey, and he is bringing along the MPX instead of the stupidly powerful DMR that he has for some reason been given. I still think that is a terrifying decision. Like, you give a defending operator a DMR that can two-shot, what, 3 armors? I think it can two-shot 3 armors to the body, which is insane. I think it's like a 67 damage DMR.
That's right. I mean, I probably think they do it because it was like the only operator who's getting or using this DMR is Maverick. So yeah, I probably think this is the decision making from Ubisoft there. But you could give him so many more weapons, in my opinion. But yeah, whatever. Let's have a look what they can do right now. As you mentioned, Alex Northey isn't playing the DMR right now. We're slowly missing the first shots against the Ash on the side of E-Wave. Trying to make a move against the Z hallway there, and now the minions are completely fallen back towards the side. I think Alex Northey is just running there to freeze out the lobby hedge to clear or to deny the breach there for a second.
Oh, and he's running over. He wants to try and get the freeze. He gets it. And now the Cade Claw potentially going to be activated by the time it actually comes around to it. He's running back over towards stage to get the freeze on that side as well. And it's a perfect counterplay that we're going to be seeing from this Tubrau right now. He does manage to defend the freezer hatch and also the stage hatch along with it. The electrification is able to destroy those Habana pellets, and those X-Kairos are going to have to go down one more time as, well, they're just baiting other hatches now. And I think the real play here for the Habana would be to just put 4 on each hatch. But obviously with the 2 electrified hatches, you're going to be a little in the bin either way. They do need to try and find a way to deal with these electric claws, and well, one way the defenders have found to deal with the attacking push is, well, a shotgun. And it's already a 3k for Harinder Pool as he's just chilling around on these freezer stairs. Dex finds the refrag onto the man that is causing so many problems for them at the moment, and potentially could be swinging into an even more questionable situation as Yannick almost somehow doesn't find that kill. And well, players taking swings on him as of this very moment is going to be a really big scare. A beautiful kill for Yannick onto the man in closet as someone, and it looks like the Warden is going to have to be the man to rotate and try and take that swing. Does secure the kill for himself, but Dex is there for the refrag, takes the hop in through the holes on Freezer and manages to try and get the diffuser down. But unfortunately for him, Tubrau on the opposite side is able to deny, and well, that's going to be round done and dusted. Round number 1 going the way of E-Wave.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, wrong
Round
way.
number 1 going into
no,
the hands
shush.
of the minions, bro. But yeah, I mean,
Shush.
it was very, very close at the end of the round. It was just a little bit of missing intel because on the side of UF, they probably didn't knew that Alex Northy was lurking behind the box inside freezer. Just needed to make a few steps to deny the plant by the Ash there. But let's be fair, I think that the minions had a little struggle at the end because I mean they had a 5-2 operator lead at some moment of the map, and we have recovered pretty well from it. But the minions, like I said, take the first round and now change the sides as they need to the top floor and playing it interestingly with the rotation towards the big tower side together, trying to deny some of the entry points for the team of E-Wave there. Again, Tuabao in the mix, and let's be fair, Tuabao worked the first one, and you worked very, very well to deny the hedge breach. What made it probably very, very hard for E-Wave even to enter the site or make their move to the site. But now we have Bogweiler with the Rama playing top big tower, waiting for some intel there, and we only see the Ash trying to enter down there, making her move. You probably find a kill on top of big tower, but it will be hard. It will be very, very hard. The drone is on top, and it's solo with the opening frag, fragging out Yannick, fragging out the gridlock there. So the flank watch is out of the mix with solo playing inside security. Got the Valkyrie camps for himself there and waiting for his next opponent to show up.
The Valkyrie going to be trying to get some engagements on the go here on towards Dex, who is going to be hovering around inside of the security room, but a beautiful little shot from Dex is able to quickly take down Solo and just give himself a bit more freedom when it comes down to engaging on these positions. Speaking of engaging on these positions, Rizraz is able to take out Alex Northy, and that's going to give them a big opportunity to be able to try and get these walls in and open. And, well, with the lack of hard breach that they do seem to bear, it doesn't look like they're going to be actually getting that for themselves. Buck almost getting in a little bit of an engagement against the Cade, but Dex is there to make sure that that doesn't go sour. The C4 prepped and ready to be thrown onto those white stairs, but drones come through and he has to put it away to try and keep himself safe. Smokes are coming through, same with the flames, and, well, these players are just going to be trying to get the plant down. The run-in from the Wamai does manage to knife out the planter, and the shotgun going to be there behind the bed on Hobo, and we might be looking at another one of these situations where the shotgun is just able to do so much. The prone from the player, Dex takes the swing, and once again, he's 2-2. Or 2 for 0, I guess, in the engagements against Harunderpool with the shotgun. Dex has managed to find it both times, and, well, this time around, he actually managed to secure the round off it.
Yeah, and that's the moment where I ask myself probably a little question: how can it happen that a guy like Harunderpool, I mean, he's a great player, but how can you let it happen that he gets so many people with the shotgun? I mean, he's playing power positions, that's for sure. But he's with 4 kills right now. He's standing very well on his score. But yeah, you mentioned you have done it good. Dex find him another time and can secure the round for his team this time. But yeah, I think if they can break the streak of his shotgun, they probably struggle at some point in the round. But for now, we have a 1-1 scoreline. Dex with 5-1 kill death ratio. So peeking a little bit out of his teammates. So let's go. Have a look what they can do this round. It's again the top floor spot. Alex Northy trying to hunt some drones with his bow again. And it's good to see, in my opinion, that they're playing the new operator. And in my opinion, playing the new operator very well. But the thing is, if Alex Northy gets dropped down here at the first kill, he's probably unusual for his team, but can move on top of the white stairs, gaining some position back, and rejoining his teammates on site.
Well, we do see a really nice angle here for Tom, just holding on to that big window peak and seeing if he can secure a kill off of it. As well, they did go for it last time. Rizraz opting to go for the Brava instead of the Twitch this time around, and also bringing along the Nomad instead of the Gridlock on Yannick. A bit of a operator switch up, but once again, zero hard breach on the attacking side. They're not really opting to try and go for this hard breach. They're just playing this vertical game, and more than likely going to be seeing a very similar play style to what we saw before. They do have drones inside of the site ready to try and take engagements onto these players. The man running in underneath is going to be the Buck. Takes a lot of damage, but deals some in return. Isn't quite able to find the kill he's looking for. And, well, speaking of looking for, Harinderpool is going to be the man looking for the engagement. Sees some legs, but maybe didn't, as he isn't quite aware of the player's location, and now is going to be just trying to keep himself safe from dying to these breaching rounds. But doesn't need to keep himself safe from the breaching rounds or the Buck anymore, as, well, Hog Rider does make his way underneath and get 2 kills. So, a round that was looking relatively dire for the side of Minions has had a bit of a turnaround and is looking much, much better.
And you have now trying to enter the spot towards the big window, trying to make a move with the Capitao arrows, but can't find an entry point right now. Because the one denies it, and Hog Rider walking straight up into. Oh my god, what is happening here? What is happening here? No way, no way, no way!
The shotgun from far away secures the kill onto the final player of Don. E-Wave going to be trying to make their way into the round, but unfortunately losing out. And now we're going to be seeing an advantageous situation in favor of the side of Minions once again.
But, and I just want to clear out right now, it was again in the pool with a shotgun, clearing out some of the UF players. For me, I mean, we only saw 3 rounds right now, but I don't care what the scoreline at the end is. In my opinion, Harinderpool is my MVP of the match. The shotgun gameplay is so nice to see, so good to see he's playing it extremely well. And probably have his own team a little bit in his pocket at the moment. But yeah,
well,
please.
Sorry, so far the side of E-Wave have only found 1 counter to Harinderpool shotgun, and that one counter seems to be Dex.
Yeah, that's right. So, oh no, I probably think.
I think our observer's getting DDoSed.
Good night at Ogon. So, wait, my cam is not there. Wait a second.
It looks like we're potentially going to be trying to get a rehost, because either just our producer lagged out, or I just kicked over a cam. Don't laugh at me. Either just our observer lagged out, sorry, or the entire lobby actually crashed. So we are just going to be opting to go for a rehearsal. We'll go to a quick short break, and well, we'll see you soon. We're back.
No way. Oh, Nash, you're killing me tonight. We're back. Welcome back. We are done. Lobby crash. Lobby's getting crashed. So we have the same spot again. Let's go into it. With
Wow.
Nash is all hyped up for this round as we heard before. Even mirroring the gorilla meme. But let's have a look. If they probably change something in their lineup or anything else, but I think they will play the same setup. Nothing changed to what they done before.
Well, the lineup once again is Harundapool on mute, Harundapool on mute, Harundapool on mute, Harundapool on mute, and Harundapool on mute. And more than likely, they're all going to be sat at the bottom of the freezer stairs with a shotgun. So at the moment, Harundapool just is the team.
Wow, that was a little bit harsh towards the alpha plus of
I mean,
minions.
look, I'm gonna be honest, right? If you don't see it, don't say it. And at the moment, all I'm seeing is on basement, Alex Northey has impact, but anywhere else, he just roams and dies, and that's unfortunate. And I mean, as much as that could, yes, very well be considered some kind of BM, it's not intended to be. It's just, from what I'm seeing at the moment, there is a lot of struggling going on among the defenders, and the real like linchpin at the moment for these players just is Harundapool. And well, Solo going to be trying to get himself into the game in the reset statistics and scoreline by securing a first kill onto the Thatcher. But they do still have the Maverick on side, so these electrified hatches are going to be all for naught if he is, you know, competent, which I imagine these players are. But yeah, Harundapool still going to be just at the bottom of these freezer stairs, and he's been such a nuisance in the past few rounds with this shotgun in hand. So more than likely, we're going to be seeing a similar sort of concept again, but. I mean, it's as I said before, Dex is the real counter. And something that people don't actually really know yet about the gadgetry of Tuberel is the fact that while he slows down Maverick's blowtorch, he makes it twice as long, or I think it adds like a 2-second delay on actually being able to pierce the reinforcement on the hatch. So more than likely we're going to be seeing a very, very slow take from these attackers, and well, that's the last canister coming out of Tuberel, and it just seems super annoying.
It not only seems like that, it is super annoying, but for now they probably can open the hatch, but with a short amount of time left to clear out from then on, with Whispers getting the refract on Hawk Rider. No, we move. It's a 1v2 situation with Soul TM is down at the moment, and it's only Whispers, but the time is getting done. Whispers got a sound right now, and it's another round for the minions. Whispers didn't find any more kills here. So yeah, the minions move on, 3-1 lead. And again, you just can see what Turbo is all about. It's just time waste. It's just about finishing off the breacher. And yeah, please.
I don't want to be that guy. But was it Rizraz on Maverick? Who was on
no,
Maverick?
it was a Don.
It was Don. Don was half health without taking a gunfight from K-Claws alone before actually dropping the hatch and getting it open. I understand that Tubrau was kind of like cooking you a little bit, but he doesn't deal damage. And the Cake Claw gets deactivated when it's frozen. So, yeah, he just... I'm kind of amazed that he took that much damage. I'm blown away. But either way, we're going to be going into round number 5 now, seeing a 3-1 lead for the side of Minions. Something we didn't really expect, especially coming into this matchup as a whole, just because, like, how close the matches have been. Every single game has gone to at least 7-5 on Oregon. And, well, with them playing 5 Oregon matches against each other, it's one of those games where you kind of expect it to be much, much closer than it is, and at the moment, it just looks like E-Wave are not really able to find their footing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the question is, what can they do when they swap the sides, when E-Wave is in a defense? I mean, probably they can do the same thing with Tubarao, but they... Yannick, is he onside? He just said onside.
Yeah. He's just prone on site. He walked up white stairs, walked straight in, and now he's proning on the footholds. He's going to get hurt if he carries on. And I think Aruni's aware now of the proning man, and yeah, indeed she is. Finds that kill for herself, and now we're just looking at these attackers just trying to take aggressive engagements. The Rizraz does manage to secure the kill on Aruni, but isn't quite aware of
oh no, what did we say? He wasn't on site. He wasn't on site.
No, he wasn't on site. He wasn't on site.
We thought he was.
Oh,
the shotgun again!
Trying, he's trying, he gets it! Oh my god, he finds the kill onto Aljo, and now we're going to be seeing a 3v1 situation once again in favor of these defenders. No. Okay, I got scared for a second. Man through the floor, almost there to find the kill on the gridlock that is going to be wandering around above. She does clear out some of that gadgetry that is hovering around. It was a magnet that was on the wall. Harindapool is to fall. Now, we see Alex Northey and Tom Fight going to be left in this situation. They know he's going to be close by because of the freezing effect that does catch onto him, and he's not particularly eager to try and shoot out any of these Tubarao canisters. Finds the first
No
onto Kate, finds the second onto Tom! Or onto Alex, sorry. And secures a round for his team. Manages to get it up to a 3-2 scoreline now, and it's getting much closer.
Jonas, you remember something you said some rounds before? It's only Dex against Harindapool, and it was again the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Let's be honest right now. You have Harindapool just carrying the rounds for the minions, but let's be honest here. Dex is just carrying a little bit for E-Wave right now.
Or mostly, yeah.
I mean, they're probably having their own match at the moment. I mean, okay, Rizraz have 3 kills as well. He's playing a little bit better after the Riost, but still, you have Harindapool against
I'm a little worried though.
Dex. The only counter against the shotgun, you said it, is Dex, and he's done it again. He's done it simply again.
He's done it 3 times so far this match. And
that's so crazy.
Yeah. Well, looking at it now, though, we do see Harindapool picking up on the Warden, and he's not going to be opting to bring the same shotgun that he had before, because Warden does have access to it. Instead, he's going to be bringing along that MPX, and it's going to be the first time we see Harindapool on an automatic gun that isn't the SMG-11. So it'll be a sight to see as to whether he's able to find more presence in this round, and Hog Rider takes half of his health, or, well, a bit more than half, but does manage to secure the kill onto the Amaru that is going to be trying to make her way through on this big tower side. Now, with a bit of pressure from the attackers coming through onto this bedroom side, we do see Harindapool wanting to try and make his way around on the flank. There is going to be a player on the armory window, but unaware of the fact is going to be Harindapool as of right now, but does turn his attention over in that direction once he hears gunfire. But opting to not really go for it, notices the Thatcher on the closet, is going to be wanting to try and take this engagement, wants to find the kill for himself. C4 goes out, isn't able to find its mark, and he does push up. He's waiting, ready, taking the swing, trying to swing around onto Thatcher, but not able to find it as of yet. Swings around with the SMG-12 and secures that kill. Diffuser going to be in his clutches. 2 versus 5 now in favor of the side of Minions.
Yeah, and with that, I probably think that the round will drop into the hands of the Minions. I mean, it's not over for now. The round is over when it's over, but it's a hard one. But Alio and Dex are still alive, can make something out of all of that. With Alio still playing on top of main stairs in front of Armory, with Dex now returning to the to the fights there. Harindapool is out, and no solo gets Alio, but Dex with the reflect 1 against 3 situation. Something we are pretty known of. We had it the last round as well. It's again Dex who can step up for his own team.
He did do it in the previous round. Is he able to do it again? Makes his way through, tanks the impact grenade and doesn't fall yet. Does secure 1, but the man down behind the shield isn't going to actually count towards his kills. And, well, Tuberau or Alex, I guess, to find the final one, as we are going to be moving into the second half of the game on a 4-2 split.
Yeah, and I think it's a basic split for Oregon. The defenders are a little bit.
Oh, it's default, yeah.
It's default, yeah. So the question we have to ask right now is, can EWave do the same in the defense? The first thing we see, Tuberau is with them. They're playing him as well, and yeah, I mean the question is, can they do the same with him as what the Minions done, what Alex done before? Can they deny the hatches? Can they deny the hard breaches? If that works, I think the Minions have the same hard standing as you have had before. So let's have a look into it. Christmas preparing the side footline towards the freezer, and a simple rotation towards towards blue bunker, towards elbow. So let's go. The question is, will they have a hard roam or will they play it compactly onside? But with the movement of the one we saw on the top line, I think they will play at least 1 hard roam. With Dex playing inside kids or something like that, somewhere in that position. But I think all my ideas are getting crushed here because Dex has returned to the side. So we have 5 people on site. 1 is playing the freezer stairs, probably the same setup that the Minions played before. It's Yannick right now, and no, it's Dex who's roaming above, but he is getting droned.
Dex going to be on that top floor, creating a bit of a nuisance for himself, but we've swapped sides and we've also swapped roles, as Harindapool going to be the big threat to him. Finds that first kill and is going to be trying to make his way over towards Freezer. The drone going down, not quite aware as of yet that nobody's going to be holding on to that position, but now he does, and he's going to be making his way down there quickly. Almost gets his head taken off by the player that is going to be over on that side. It was Tuberau, but the freeze onto the hatch is going to be able to keep that safe for now. Thatcher does get the security on that hatch and does manage to get it open in the end. Harindapool finds another kill and also clears out the shield from Highway. So these players on the attacking side are so much more than ready and so much more comfortable than the opposite side were. Hog Rider on these back stairs, just going to be making that Dekebi call to try and see if he can find out one of these players. Sees the Thorn, isn't able to secure the kill for himself, and neither is the returning fire. As we see Tuberal make his way through towards the opposite side, gets the kill onto one player, and now this 4 versus 2 has turned into a 2 versus 2. As we see the 2 players in Freezer going to be just splitting apart, giving themselves a bit of room, ready to really try and get this execute on the go. One man's made his way all the way through onto the site, and is going to be close to the rotate. Jumping into closet is IQ, and, well, she does jump her way back out, as now they want to try and go for the plant. Harinderpool holding on to the crossfire, potentially going to be able to secure at least one of these kills for himself, but Aljo finds one instead. Yannick finds the other, and that's going to be the round done, dusted for the defense. E-Wave bring it up to a 3-4 scoreline.
Damn, another round that probably... Well, again, I'm speechless. It was well played from both teams, in my opinion. Another turnaround mid-round for the defending team. In the second round, I think it was, or the third round, it was the Minions who were... no, it was the first round. It was even the first round where Dex nearly clutched up. But for... sorry for that. But for now, it was another great teamwork play from EF, so they can clear out a little bit, can come up with one more round, so we have a score of 3-4, and now have to change the sides as well, going to the top floor. No Turbo, I think it's the first round where we won't see him.
Yeah, it was Alex that was playing him every single round,
Yeah.
and now we're switching sides, and we've seen him the first round on the basement site, and we're going to be, well, without him this time around.
But let's be honest, I think, even if EF won the last round, I think the Turbo wasn't the key pick for them. Because it won't work that well as they probably expected for themselves.
But that's because they didn't pre-place their K-claws.
Yeah.
I honestly think with the Tuberau on side anyway, it's probably more than worth it to just opt to go for that Brava or Twitch. I think Brava is like one of the better operators in the meta right now because of just the way she interacts with gadgetry as a whole. So we'll have to see if the side of Minions do decide to bring that to contest against this pick, but the Amaru is going to be the first to fall. Aljo finds a second beautiful kill on towards the outside, and, well, these 2 walls being reinforced is going to be a major issue for this attack, as they're not going to be able to clear out bedroom.
But now it's again Aliumeister who need to be secured, because Alexanovi is trying to sneak a kill there, and he also got Alio out of the trophy spot there. It's getting on, but there's the vertical sit for Yannick. Gets out Tom fight.
That is very unfortunate for the attacking side. They lose that player, and now in such a dire situation, even though they lost the 4v2 last time around, they're going to be in the reverse this time around. And, well, Cade finds one, leaving us with a 1 HP ace left to do it all. He's found the first kill, and he's going to have to find 4 more, but doesn't quite find even a single one as well. The Janker comes around with a bearing 9, a weapon long forgotten on his kit, as he swings the corner and takes that kill.
And now we have the fort for both teams closing up again, and that probably was what I was hoping at, because you mentioned it, all the matches they played against each other was 7-5 or 8-7, like 12 or at least 15 rounds. But now they have to move towards the next spot. It's a meeting and kitchen, probably here the more basic spot of the 2 kitchen sites you can pick. And yeah, again, now Tubarao. They're playing with Castle, Ella, Bandit, Legion, and the Wamai. The Ella pick is an interesting one for me. They're playing it with the shotgun as well, not the Scorpion. So you probably can think about Don playing somewhere close, like the big tower stairs towards the basement or something like that. Just waiting for a pick there, or for an entry point of the minions. But let's have a look on that one, because the minions are preparing themselves, preparing up. And it looks like they are trying to get the small tower take, trying to move towards dining to get on side, with Dex still setting up his side to Wiswas, gets her in the pool, but it's Rifek with the Claymore. So for the 4 situation, Legion Dash are out.
Indeed, and now as we see these defenders setting themselves up, getting ready for this engagement that's potentially going to come through on the opposite side. The Castle just going to be getting ready to make himself a rotate, as he does want to try and move in towards the bathroom, but decides to prone instead and just keep himself a little safe. Hog Rider points 2 on the backside, and well, the wallbang from the Kebi is able to find another, as now Sledge comes out with the final kill and gets a wallbang himself. And we go to round number 10.
Yeah, and with that, the minions hold their lead 5-4 with a very well played round. They just decimated the UF roster step by step, and it worked very, very well. So now we are moving back towards laundry and supply. Around the minions had the better overall standing, in my opinion, but UF had the better outcome when they retake the side after the plant then. But yeah, let's have a look what they do. In the lineup, we see the Tuabao again. Not on Don this time. It's Ali who's playing him. So they're switching up the operators a little bit. And let's have a look. If it works a little bit better this time for the UFO star. If they can deny the hatches, or can the minion just take the hatches again, like they did in the first round of their attacking.
Well, we're in the pool. The man of the hour for the side of minions, as they are coming up and towards a potential victory here, as they are 5-4 up on the scoreline. We do see Hog Rider just over towards that small tower side, wanting to try and get himself through on towards that shower corridor, but unsure about whether players are going to be super aggressive over on the kitchen side. But lucky for him, there is going to be a full bunker on site for these defenders, and everybody going to be just kind of huddled around, with 3 of these 5 going to be just sitting inside of freezer. Don does move himself away, and well, Dex moves himself closer, as Yannick is going to be over towards this Shiko Harry Potter spot. And, well, Rizraz finds 1 on the freezer stairs. Finding himself that first pick is going to be very, very good for the side of E-Wave, as they are on the back foot currently when it comes to the round count. Solo making his way down those freezer stairs, trying to apply some pressure to the men that are going to be on the receiving end, and we're not able to find anything yet. It is looking a little uncertain. Thatcher nades going out on towards the stage hatch, and they just want to get that open, so they're going to start applying pressure on the E-box. But Cade waiting for the players to apply some pressure on this side. Not really a lot going on right now. Flashbangs going in, and well, blinding that man in highway. The player's going to be getting very aggressive inside of freezer and also on main stairs. The Habana watching the angle through onto the rotate. Doesn't quite know about Cade, but saw the barrel of the gun and now does. The information's there, and they're able to take that angle. Hibana just sitting, watching, not aiming anywhere near high enough, considering the man sat on top of the washers, as she should have been able to tell by the gun barrel that stuck out. And well, IQ getting as aggressive as she has been in this matchup so far. Harinderpool falls. Dex managing to find that kill is going to be very good for them, but the man on the flank is going to be the Thorn. She drops the diffuser, and now it's a 3v1. The man down on top of the washers, and well, Hibana coming through highway finds one, needs to find one more. She's running around the far side and doesn't quite know where the man is. Decides to plant on, well, next to the rotate, and there is going to be a little bit of BM from Yannick as he walks up behind the player, secures a 5-5 for his team, and this is at least going to be 12 rounds.
Yeah, that's right. Another instant classic from both of these teams. The flank from Yannick, I think, was the game changer of this round, because no one even knew about him.
I don't even think his own team knew.
I mean, if they didn't knew, it worked fine. Dex took not Dex. Don took that much time on top of the washing machine, even if he get knocked down without doing any damage, but it took so much time for the minions to clear it out, because it is a power position. It takes time if you don't peek, what you didn't done. You have the struggle to clear him out. You can aim on him, but this is at least one player on the attacking side who completely focuses on just him. But with that, it was a great play. Both teams playing on the same level. And the question we have right now is, can EWAVE get the lead, or can the minions retake their lead and go into the map and match point? We find out in the next 3 minutes. With you playing the top floor, same lineup as they did before. We have the Wamai again playing inside Trophy, just waiting for someone to approach there, and Terminapool just entering the big tower side, straight up finding the Valkyrie cam, the Black Eye, so denying some of the intel for us on team with Yannick still waiting there to find a peek, or probably to catch someone off guard. But I think he's not known for now. Oh no.
These players not really doing a lot right now, as we are just seeing Valkyrie just sitting around waiting to try and take the rotate back into sight, but unaware of the Harinderpool that's sitting right next to him. But Harinderpool's also unaware of him, as, well, Yannick secured himself a free kill. The player on the rappel also catches a quick C4. Alex Northeast soon to fall because of it. And, well, these players inside a bedroom are looking more and more scared as time goes on. The Valkyrie's still going to be on the far side of the tower, just waiting for one of these players to take a bit too wide of a swing, as, well, Solo manages to get himself through into Trophy. Tries to throw a flashbang, or a nade, sorry, through onto the door, and isn't quite able to actually get it off before it's caught by a magnet. We are going to be seeing smoke of Rizraz, going to be trying to get aggressive, and, well, he secures that kill. A beautiful little headshot from him on towards Solo, and Tom Fight just inside of the closet, watching a sliver on the breach just to see if he can drop this player that is hanging around in attic. They have spotted him out, but he isn't going to be moving as of yet. Tries to take the swing onto the breach. Wasn't able to find anything, but Yannick going to be on the far side. Does end up getting caught by Tom Fight. Needs this 1v5 in order to try and secure himself the victory in this round, but loses out to Rizraz, and EWAVE going to be the first team to actually reach match point after being 2 rounds behind, or 1 round behind, sorry.
Yeah, but
first team, are they the first team to string 2 rounds in a row this half? Oh no, they did it twice this half.
They did it twice, yeah, that's right. Okay. They are left behind with 2 2-4 after the wall stop. Just remember that. So they're playing a very, very well defense right now. But if we're going with the statistic, with the basic wall stop, I would say we will see a 6-6 and see an overtime. If E-Wave can't confirm this side. And just think about it, it was the only spot the Minions attack can or the Minions attack had a win on, because they played it aggressive, they played it fast with Hokkaido just entering kitchen and clearing out everything that's left. But I think E-Wave will not fall for something like that again. I mean, they probably knew what the mistake was and try to fix it this time. The question is, can the Minions play something like they did before again? It was the aggressive play what crushed them, the E-Wave team a little bit. And that's the thing what they probably need to do again. Classic setup, we have the rotation towards the Victoria from the attic side. The viewers, you can see it right now. The beautiful Nash is looking like a psycho in his face cam right now.
No.
And just catch me off guard right now. But Nash, I just want to say I love you. Right now, Alio is getting dropped down by Alex Northy. And Alex Northy with the opening frag, with the bug, played it extremely well coordinated. No, E-Wave need to fall back a little bit, give some space to the Minions roster.
Oh no. Alex Northy tried to take the swing with the shotgun, the skeleton.
No, what is happening there again, Yannick?
They got the down, and well, a second to soon follow. E-Wave now at a man advantage, and it's not what you want when they're already on match point if you're a fan of the opposite side. So you really want some kind of clutch to come out of them right now. If you do want to see a victory, the super shorty up close is going to be quite a powerful asset to this castle if he is to assume this position and maintain it. But doesn't seem to have been spotted out as of this very moment. IQ rotating around into the Z corridor, just going to be maybe trying to pressure on towards this security side, but as she just holds on to the angle, there is going to be the player of Harundapool that is rotating upstairs alongside Ace. And, well, as Don takes a swing on towards the door, ends up falling to the man that was holding that side from the Z corridor. And, well, Yannick, throwing across the C4, isn't able to find its mark, but sprints past anyway and secures the kill onto the man that's trying to get the plan. And now, an advantageous situation has once again fallen away from the side of Minions. E-Wave looking to be in the driving seat for this round. They're two of their highest skill players going to be left remaining on the board in this 2 versus 1. Harundapool's got to play the match of his life if he wants to secure it, but the crossfire from the 2 remaining players of E-Wave secure the round and secure the 7-5 victory.
Yeah, and with that, nothing to say, but GG to both of the teams, with Nash is dropping out right now, I think.
Oh, my camera's just dying.
Oh, okay. Perfect. He's still here. No worries with that. So, yeah, E-Wave joins LDL, MDF, and Flawless 7 in the finals. With what stands right now, we have
Pivot to the backup cam.
This what, Nash? Okay. Yeah. I'm just keep talking for you. Yeah. With that, like I said, LDL, E-Wave, and Flawless 7 join Votum Gaming and MDF in the finals. With AGM, Mafia Squad, and Minions need to play a best of 3 in the next week to properly cover their spot. And as you can see, the standing right now, I just need to ask our production: is the first match official? It's confirmed. We have Dominions against Mafia Squad next week in an instant classic best of 3 with Nash joining back in with his face cam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm using the webcam this time. My phone died.
Okay, I see. Yeah, but let's be fair, Nash. It was a great play day, in my opinion. We had some matches where we both agreed that that the team probably could have played better. We had a second game where Mafia Squad just stepped up when they played with only 4 people after they went down with 0-4. And then we have a bang of a match, in my opinion, on Oregon with massive tour bow gameplay, some good gameplay, some not so good gameplay, to be fair. But it showed how strong this operator really, really is. And I'm more than interested in what will happen in the future because he is strong. Will he be an permaban from the teams, or will they stay with Solis or some operator like that?
Well, Solis is easily like the most overpowered defending operator at the moment because of just the way a gadget works. Like, there's no like real discounting that, and I think the power creep is only really to show for Tuberal in particular. So I think that those two sort of combined together could be a very, very big sort of factor in the way the game's going to be played. But we do have a bit of a sneak peek into what's to come. We do have the Phase 3 playoff knockouts. And, well, we do have one matchup secured, guaranteed even, for the quarterfinals. It is going to be E-Wave versus Flawless 7. MDF are in that top seed at the moment, so the bottom seed will be placed against them, as far as I'm aware. And then, if it does follow the same order, we're going to be seeing Votum go against second seed and LDL facing off against that remaining player, the remaining team, I guess. I don't really know how the order works, if I'm going to be completely honest. I'm just a caster. I'm a bit of an idiot. But I'm very excited to see how we go through with the remainder of the tournament. But there's not really a lot else for me to say, at least.
No,
I will just quickly do what I do at the end of every stream and say, if you want to see more of me, you can check me out on twitch.tv/Naj, and then my Twitter's @Naji, but I don't really tweet, so I'm a bit boring on Twitter, really. Just start some Twitter beef with me. Who cares?
Let's go. I see it. That's where I see myself.
And where can we find you, Mr. Stucky?
At Stucky2410 on Twitter. Just follow me. And also on Twitch, I would say. Stucky.gaming. So, Nash, you stream yourself. Let's give some promo. Or did you say it? Did I just misheard it?
Yeah, I said it.
Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, but with that said, thanks for everyone who's tuned in for tonight. We are both wishing all of you a great evening. Tune in tomorrow with the next best. Oh, wait, we have best of 3 tomorrow or best of 4? With the next best of 3 tomorrow. We are out for today. Wishing you all a good evening. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.